Hi guys, welcome to the Love Letters from Your Higher Self. I'm so happy to have you here. Mouse and I, Mouse is my cat, decided to do a quick. Oh, Mouse has decided just now to sit on my lap because she's a tarot reader cat. Obviously, she wants to be closer to cards. Okay, purr now. Can you purr for the listeners? Okay, hold on. No, she doesn't wanna. Anyway. She's here for work, to work the work. Anyway, sorry guys. Quick pick a card reading. Just a quick energy update. What do you need to know right now? Kind reminders and stuff like that. We have 3 groups, just one card for each, and you can choose either just group 1, group 2, or group 3, or you can check the timestamps and maybe you will see some, I don't know, some numbers that you will like, and that will help you choose. Or you can, and I know that some people are, and I sometimes do that too, you can listen to the whole thing and then take what resonates from each group, because this is also a valid way to choose. And of course, if you want to choose more than one group, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome to do that. Okay, let's go. Group number 1. What do you need to know right now? Okay, group number 1. What do you need to know right now is that you need to, the first message that came through was cut the crap. But actually, it was about that, you need to cut the ties. You need to, if you are going to make some decision, if you are in the midst of making that decision and you're worried and you are looking back and you are worried that you're gonna be regretting that decision, don't. It's up to you, and you gotta make that decision to move forward in life. And it's easier for you to make the decision from this new identity point. I want to say identity point, from this new identity where you are, 5 years from now, you made that decision and it was the best decision, and everything turned out great, and you already are in this new reality where your dreams come true and everything is working out for you. From this perspective, make that decision, because something in you was called to make this decision, to quit. I feel like this decision is somehow connected with cutting the ties, maybe going no contact with someone, maybe just shifting into this new reality, and just leaving the old world behind, maybe with people, maybe it's about career for some, I don't know, but it's just this new decision is somehow connected with you leaving something behind and stepping into something new. And something within you was called to make this decision. You made this, you are going to make this decision, and this decision exists in your reality right now because of something. It's a valid thing. You came up with it, not came up with it, but you came to this conclusion, you came to this point because your past experience was valid, and it helped your expansion, it helped your evolution. Maybe it was a contrasting experience, maybe it was something that you see as negative, it doesn't matter right now, but you already expanded thanks to it. And now the worry that it might be a wrong decision, this worry comes from your past identity, where you didn't believe in yourself, where you didn't see yourself as powerful, where you didn't see yourself as worthy of this change in your life. And you need to cut the crap. This is where cut the crap was coming from, this message. Just cut the ties already. Do it, and do it from this new, it's not, I'm not doing this reading being this how do I say it even, being this person who sees your future, and like, I know that that your future is bright and this is why you need to make this decision. This is not about that. I don't see the future because like I can see through tarot. This is why I don't do this type of readings where I just like explore the future with you, because like I can see through tarot just one timeline, and you are the one switching timelines with your decision and your focus, and like whatever you decide will be. This is why there is no point in exploring just one timeline, because you can change your mind and just like switch the timeline so easily. And this is why there is this message that like in order to make this decision, you need to align with the version of you who is on the other side of this already and is thriving. And from this energy, you get to make this decision, because like this decision is about making your life better and like choosing you. And I see that like I feel that you've had enough, and like this, I do feel like this experience that caused this point in time where you get to make this decision. This like it was a contrasting experience, and like you experienced maybe a lot of negative emotions, and like you get to feel better. You get to see yourself more powerful than you used to, you know? And like, if you needed a sign that you need to make this decision, I feel like this could be your sign. This is your sign. This not could be, this is your sign. You need to freaking do this already, because like enough of the pain and enough of self-misery, enough of tolerating crap. And this is the message for you. Group number 1. I hope it was helpful. And we are moving on to group number 2. Group number 2, what do you need to know right now? You need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on what makes you happy. You need to stop worrying about what other people do and what they think and what they think you should do. You need to just focus on yourself and what makes you happy, and ask yourself like, what would you do if your only goal in life right now was to make yourself happy, was to feel good? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? You know, like, and you need to do that. You need to fill your cup. You need to, I feel like the word that comes through is like, you need to explore maybe. Like, to me personally, it doesn't make sense in this message, because like doing something good for yourself, like the way I, human Dasha, think about it is like, I don't know, like taking a cup of, drinking a cup of tea, or like taking a bath or something like that, or going for a walk, and then like there's this word explore for you, then maybe it somehow is about like new beginnings, new things that you get to try, or maybe like explore something that you've wanted to do for a while, but like was, I don't know, scared, maybe worried, or like insecure about something. And now it's time for you to think about yourself and, you know, like, stop entertaining your inner critics, you know, and like your outer critics, and stop listening to them, and stop, you know, taking their words and their opinions seriously, because you live this life for yourself. You get to just have one life, you know. Well, I don't mean like, let's not talk about reincarnation here, but like in this time, like in this space, in this body, you get to live just this one life, and you need to take care of your desires, your evolution, your joy. And I feel like you have sacrificed enough already, and like you, and I feel like, you know, even like when I say that you have sacrificed enough, the vision that comes to mind is that like you have always had like your desire, or like a set of desires. You've always known where you want to be, and who you want to be, and what you want to do. But you have spent a lot of time setting these desires aside in order for someone else to gain something, like in order for someone else to win, and you were like sacrificing yourself for a long time, I feel like, because you were focused, it was this mentality of like, I will still get to do what I want to do, but first let me take care of this person. But first let me take care of like not even maybe this person, but like this need that I have. And like the only way to have this need met is to like self-sacrifice, like it was complicated and it was valid at the time, but now you've outgrown this, and now you get to like ditch those beliefs, because you lived in this illusion that like your time will come, and like when this is your affirmation that your time will come eventually, you keep yourself separated from your desire, and like the time is passing, and like you're still not there, because even 10 years from now you might still have this belief that your time will come eventually. And I feel like my job right now is to let you know that like you are doing this to yourself, and you need to stop that. You need to live your life now. You need to put yourself first now. You need to lead now. And first, like the first person that you need to lead out of these patterns is yourself. And then you will become a leader for other people, maybe for the people who are struggling with the same thing. I feel like you already have enough knowledge and enough power, and you need to just take this leap, but this leap doesn't feel and look like leap, maybe from the outer word, like I mean from the outer perspective. Like for you inside it might feel like that, but it actually looks like taking care of yourself, putting more energy into yourself than into anybody else, and finally doing something that you wanted to do, like being someone who you wanted to be and doing something what you wanted to do. I said that already, right? And like, trust your desires, trust your vision, because I feel like you've had this vision for a long time, and you never fully gave yourself permission to be that person, and it's just switching into a new identity. Like you maybe felt like you need to like grow and evolve into this person eventually, but again, you see the catch, like this eventually is what was not letting you to step into this, like to step into your power fully, and to step into this version of you that you've always known you are meant to be, and like this is who you are deep inside, and you get to trust that finally and choose yourself. And that's all for group number two. I hope it was helpful for you, and we're moving on to group number three. Group number three, what do you need to know right now is that I feel like it's time for you to lift yourself up over the circumstances, because I feel like you right now are constantly in this thinking patterns where you are weighing pros and cons, trying to decide who's wrong and who's right, whose side to choose, like what's right for you and what's wrong for you. Again, like who is wrong and who is right, and which side do you need to choose, and like it's all creating such a mess in your mind, because you are trying to be the judge of everything that is going on around you, and like it's such a heavy lifting, it's so hard, and this is not what you are meant to do. Like you can't decide who's wrong and who's right, because like everybody is living in their own reality, and like what they believe works for them. And like if you are going to keep weighing pros and cons, you will never decide because like this is not how you decide. Oh, I remember this teaching. This used to be a big part of my teaching like a while ago, and now I'm just like remembering it. I will try to articulate it. It's about that our mind was meant, like, our mind is created to weigh pros and cons, to look at the, like, at one side and then at another side, you know, like, and just like our brain is so good at this that no matter what you're looking at, if you ask the right questions, you will find an abundance of reasons, like an abundance of pros and abundance of cons. And like it will never help you decide because the brain, like the mind, is not the anchor for the decisions. And I remember I read it in, maybe you heard it from me already. I remember I read it in a book about gene keys. There was this phrase that was like, you know, just blew me away when I read it first. It said, allow your mind to serve your intuition. And this is when you stop being in conflict with yourself. You know how some people often say that, like, it's so sad that our mind is always in conflict with our heart, and our heart wants one thing and our brain wants another thing, and like, and this is where this inner conflict comes from, where we tear ourselves apart and we are not, like, you know, following the guidance, following our heart. And usually those are very same people who are saying that, like, they're not intuitive, they don't hear their intuition. I was like that a lot. And I remember when I was in my early 20s, I went to some, I'm not sure it was a card reader, it was psychic. And she said that I'm very intuitive. And then, like, many times in my life, in my early 20s, in my late 20s, I heard this from different people, like astrologists and like numerologists and like many people, that I am very intuitive. And I was like, this completely didn't resonate with me ever, because it was like, I don't know where they are taking it from, but I personally feel like I'm absolutely not intuitive at all. Like, God God forgot, oh, Jesus, sorry, Russian is coming through. God forgot, this is what I was trying to say, to give me intuition. See, like, my brain is now even refusing to articulate that because this is just so not true, but this is what I believed at the time. And like, my problem was not that I was not intuitive. My problem was that I didn't know how to listen to my intuition, because like I was raised with these beliefs that like I need to be very logical and very in my mind, you know, like very logic oriented. And I didn't even like trust my feelings, and I didn't even believe that the feelings are necessary. And I was very upset with myself for being too sensitive, and like being an HSP who is raised with this belief that feelings don't matter. Like, I was struggling back then. And like, my way out of that was to trust my feelings and to trust my heart. And like, that phrase in that book about gene keys was about that. And like, it just, you know, untangled a lot of, you know, things in my mind. Allow your mind to, it wasn't even a mind, allow your intellect to serve your intuition. Like, allow your powerful, amazing, strong mind to serve your heart, your intuition. Because like, your heart just feels the pull where you need to go and like what you're meant to do, right? And then like, when your brain knows that, like, we focus on what heart wants, and then we make it work, and then like we build this, we ingrain this at the heart of our logic, and then we build the logical web around the heart's desire, this is when we stop being in conflict with ourselves. And for that, we need to trust our heart. And for that, we need to trust our feelings. And for that, we need to trust our inner guidance system, the way Abraham Hicks call it. Like if it feels good, it's ours, it's for us. If it doesn't feel good, it's not for us and it's not ours, and when we should not go there, right? And like only we inside our body feel what feels good and what doesn't. And so the message for you right now is just like stop weighing things, just relax, calm down. You don't need to make this perfect decision, because like another layer of this is that when we make decision from our mind, where we weighed all the pros and cons and we chose with our logic the best thing possible, a lot of the times we still go back to that decision in our mind and we're doubting it, because a lot of what ifs arise, because like we remember this feeling that we had in our heart that we needed to go like in a different direction, and we're like, I wonder what would happen, what would have happened, what would have happened if I chose that, right? And we just can't let it go a lot of the times. And again, like the way out of this is to allow your intellect to serve your intuition. And so you can relax your intellect right now. Your brain was not made to function 24/7. I mean, like it still does, but like you don't have to participate in that. Meditate, breathe, do breathing techniques. Take care of your nervous system, regulate your nervous system, do EFT tapping, saturate your mind with positive affirmations, because like you control your mind does not control you. And if your mind right now controls you, like you need to take your power back, and you need to relax, and you need to let go, and you need to trust your heart. And if it's hard for you, if it's like the very first step, like where you choose to trust your heart and it's scary, just like visualize this in your mind, like imagine the best possible scenario where you followed your heart, and like 5 years from now it led you to the reality where all your dreams came true. And be in that feeling, just fantasize about this. And if your brain just comes up with worries and like anxious thoughts about like, but what if this goes wrong, and what if this goes wrong, you just imagine. This is actually an exercise from Barbara Scher's book, Wishcraft. It's called Wishcraft. It's a book about how to make yourself remember how to dream. So it's about wishes. And there was this exercise, something along the lines of like, imagine the best possible scenario, the best possible reality. And if your mind keeps coming up with like fears of something not working out, imagine like a magical way of this thing to be solved. Like, I don't know how, but this thing somehow got solved, like, and resolved, and everything is okay now. And and focus on the outcome, and focus on this best reality, and be in the feeling of it, and allow your mind to get used to this picture, to get used to seeing yourself relaxed and happy. And then like you will self-source the sense of safety from that picture. You will finally relax and calm down, and then like from this perspective not from this perspective, but from the state, it will be easier for you to feel where your heart wants to lead you. You need to relax, you need to stop thinking, you need to meditate, like seriously, 20 minutes a day, once minimum, maybe even twice a day. just, you need to learn to relax your mind and to gain control over it back. Because right now I feel like you are in chaos, there's chaos in your mind, and like your mind is taking over, and it does not make you feel calm, and you're trying to feel calm by sorting your thoughts, but by sorting them out, and like weighing pros and cons and trying to make a decision, and it's just, like you're tying yourself into a knot, and like your decision is not there. The energy of the problem is not the same as the energy of the solution. Right now you're in the energy of the problem. To shift into the energy of the solution, you need to ask yourself, and how would I feel if this problem has already resolved successfully? Like 2 years from now, it's already done, it's already solved, and I already feel amazing because it like the best possible outcome happened, and I feel relaxed. And you need to be in that energy. It's not just like one exercise that will solve it all. No, you need to be in that energy. You need to get used to this energy. You need to be in that state of problem solved for as long as you can, for like ever. And then like best decisions will come from there, and you will feel them, and you will get inspired to them, and for that your mind needs to be calm. And that's all I will say for you, group number 3. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for listening, and that's all, and I will talk to you next time.